Enough to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne. You'll never know till it's over. So pretty it hurts. Just beware of the thorns.
Hello YouTube. Well, I told you I was going to do a series where I talk about different people I got to know and seen in prison. The first one I did was Kevin, and Kevin's going to be in this video too, but it's not about him really, except that he maybe saved me from getting more time. But if you're new, subscribe, make comments, share. I want to hear from you guys, especially on this. I want to know what you guys think, not only about the guy I'm going to talk about, but my actions. It's really, I let my anger get the best of me on this, and this is one of those things. And so, you guys let me know what you think. I take all criticism, all input, positive, whatever. If you have something negative to say, I appreciate it, because this could have been all bad for me, and I'm just thankful that Kevin was there. So, I was in Farmington, and I told you that they had a side, A and B side. They had two sides of the prison. And one side is for those that, with those messed up charges, don't even know why they even had their own yard. But just that in itself just amazes me. The first prison I was in, that would have never been allowed. Anyway, they had their own yard and everything, but this is not so much about them, although it's kind of related. There was a guy named Casey. Casey was like you could tell he was soft. He as they say in prison, he was soft as medicated cotton. But one day a caseworker came in and in a loud voice tells him, I can't remember his last name, I think it was like Smith or something. Yells out his name, walks up to him and said he was tired of getting snitch cards from him. He said, I've gotten 30 in the past almost month. He goes, you send another one and you're going to the hole. He was upset about that. So he leaves, and Kevin said, 30 snitch cards in a month? He goes, ain't nobody doing anything. He's got to be making that stuff up. So Kevin walks over to him. And I followed Kevin, And Kevin says, asked him about the snitch cards, and he said it wasn't true. And he goes, it's a bunch of, he's lying, he's trying to get you guys to hate me. I just kind of laughed and started walking off and tell Kevin, forget that dude, I didn't use that polite language, but anyway, as I'm walking away, I hear Kevin ask him something, and I'm not sure what it was, probably what he was in there for. No, first, before I walked away, he said he was in there for murder. And that's what made me laugh and start walking away and say, F this dude. Because I can't see this guy killing anything. Anything's possible, I guess, but I didn't see it in this guy. So I was just kind of laughing and walking away, and Kevin says something to him, and I don't know what it was, but I hear the guy say, I was babysitting, and I threw it out the window, the baby. And I stopped, I think, did I just hear that right? And Kevin says, you did what? And he says it again. And I turn around and I'm making a beeline for the guy. And Kevin grabs me and says, no, 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 no. And he goes, somebody else will take care of this. He says, we don't need you catching another case. Anyway, after a minute, Kevin gets me calmed down and we start walking laps. The dude, Casey, goes and he's sitting and he's playing cards with these other guys. Now, the wing I'm in, it's got some good people in it. It's got some solid people in it. But it's also got some dudes that would not fight, you know. I mean, if it came to it, you know. There's a lot of them in there. I don't know how so many ended up in one place. But, in one wing, you know. So we're walking in I see these guys playing cards with him, and one of them was alright dude. In fact, I'd been in a fight with him. And it was over, it was squashed and everything, so, you know, we didn't have no more problems, but the other two I wasn't for sure about. But as I walked by, I said, you guys playing cards with this guy? You know he's a rat? And I said, you know, he threw a baby out the window. We'll keep walking around, these guys just keep playing cards with this guy. And I mean, I'm mad. I cannot explain to you how mad I am. The thing of doing that to a child, or anything to a child, just, it burns me, you know. And especially one that young. He was coming back around again. Casey gets up and comes over to me, comes running towards me. I almost hit him because you don't run up on somebody like that. And he says, I just want you to know the reason. I just want you to understand. It would not stop crying. If parents would teach your babies not to cry, this would not happen. He goes and sits back down. And I was just like, what? And by this time, Kevin's mad. I start heading over there, and Kevin too. And Kevin is, I mean, he's red mad, you know. And he either said, choke that dude out, that MFR out, or he said, I'm going to. Either way, I took it as for me. And I grabbed the guy from behind and start choking him. And I mean, that was just, all I could think about was those poor parents. You know, entrusted this guy to take care of their child, their baby, and then he does this to it. Really, I couldn't understand, you know, and I was just mad. And Kevin was telling me to stop. These other guys telling me to stop. That I was going to kill him. And Kevin was trying to stand between me and the bubble where they look in. And he finally, I don't know how, but he finally gets me to stop. I mean, he's pretty much begging me to stop. And he pulls me away, and he's got a hold of me, and he's leading me around. He said, you need to go to your cell. I said, no, I don't want to go to the cell right now. He said, just go in there and sit down and chill, man. And anyway, the dude starts coming up again. This is, you know, it's been a little while, but he comes up. Kevin says, tells me you stay here, and Kevin goes over there and says, you need not come any farther. You're in a bad situation right now. He tells Kevin thanks for stopping me, you know, for saving him. Kevin says, I didn't do it to save you. I could care less about you. But I don't want my partner getting another case.